especially those of you who come from outside this culture, and even those of you who come in this culture, Shiva is one person that you cannot logically accept. It's impossible. He won't fit into any of your logical dimensions of life. It is not in your intelligence to grasp what he's saying. It can only be experienced. If you sit here as a part of myself, then this is very simple. When one day Shiva and Devi were sitting together, Bhrigu, a great sage, came. He's a great worshipper of Shiva, a great devotee. He wants to go around Shiva, circumambulate Shiva. But he does not want to do it to Devi, he doesn't care a hoot about his wife. Parvati did not like this. Why is he excluding me? I am as much a part of him. So Shiva said, include Devi also. That will be good for your fulfillment. That will be good for your realization. Bhrigu said, you are my lord. I will not bow down to anything else except you. I will not circumambulate anything other than you. So, Shiva took Devi and put her on his lap. But still, Bhrigu took the form of a bird and went through, avoiding Parvati. Then Shiva saw the childish nature of this sage, how he is going, and he is also amused by his devotion towards him. Then he pulled Devi into himself and made herself a part of him. This is how the Ardhanarishwar came. One part of him became a woman, another part of him remained a man. So he became Ardhanari. Then the Bhrigu took the form of a bee and went around on his right leg. These are the ways of the devotees. They are not reasonable people. Nor is Shiva a reasonable man. I will try to be as reasonable with you as possible. I am not reasonable too, but because of certain things that I took up, certain dimension of activity I took up in this life, I have been trying hard to be, extremely hard, to be reasonable. I think I've managed to present a very reasonable face to people. But in no way am I a reasonable person, because people who are logically reasonable can never know this. So here, the next 7 days we will explore this. I want you to sit in my lap, like how she sat in his lap. I want you to sit in my lap with the same level of openness, with the same level of acceptance, with the same level of non-resistance. Simply, this is not a teaching, this is a sharing. This is a way two hearts can meet and something can happen.
During the process today morning, there was a fight going on within me. One part saying, okay, what is this, why are you doing this? And the other part saying, okay, shut up and do this thing. Is it a normal thing that things like that happen? Is it, am I actually going somewhere trying to break the logical thoughts, try to be with you?
It always happens in marriage. And what we were trying to do is just this. Right now, you have a woman next to you. We are trying to put her into you. That's what we're trying to do. All these days, you just have a woman next to you. When it's comfortable, you hold her hand. When it's uncomfortable, you have nothing to do with her. But now we are trying to slowly put her into you, so that one half of you is all the time feminine. Is it okay? You said you have a wonderful wife. Is it all right if she becomes a part of you? Do you know, in India, we always refer to your wife as an ardhangi. You know what ardhangi means? She's one half of you. You know, even in English they said, whatever better half, bitter half, many things according to people's experiences. Whichever way, half. Ardhangi means she's a part of you. So, when we said she's a part of you, we are not just talking about she sharing your life with you. We are saying, this woman whom you have taken as a part of your life right now is actually a part of you, even before she came. So we are trying to bring you to that experience, because without that, you see wherever we look, you look up there. Did you look up? You didn't look up, oh. Because unless this happens to you, you will not be able to receive this. If you want to receive this, one half of you should become totally a woman, feminine. Otherwise, you cannot receive this. We have still not gone into the subtler sutras of Shiva, we're still trying to prepare the ground. It's been raining well. I thought we could plow quick, but we're going like this, it's okay. Whatever your thoughts say, I think we already went through this yesterday morning. First thing is, I know you have a good job, a wonderful wife and a great child, but stop thinking that you're a smart man. Because any man who does not realize his full potential is a fool, isn't it? Isn't it so? Any human being who doesn't live to his full potential is a fool, yes or no? So right now, do you think the way you are is the end of it? Right now, the way you are, is it the end of it? No. That means you're a fool. Do you understand? So, if you just see, okay, these stupid thoughts and emotions are going on within me, what about it? Suddenly, they will all take a small space. They will not rule you. Now you think you're a very smart man, you're a successful man, this. Every stupid thought takes on so much energy and so much time. It'll take 1,000,000 years to clear all the mess. You just see, you, your mind, your emotion and everything about you is utterly stupid because it's not fully realized. Anybody who has not allowed himself to grow to his full potential is definitely a fool, isn't it? So just establish that. It's very good for you to know that you're a fool. If you know that you're a fool, you will walk through this life very aware, isn't it? Isn't it so? If you think you are smart, you'll walk around wantonly, doing stupid things in your life. But if you know the foolishness that exists within you, every step that you take, you will walk carefully. Isn't it so? When you're conscious of being a fool, don't you walk very carefully? That'll be very good for you. Your intelligence will slowly find expression.
You're talking about the feminine quality of receptivity, and I just want to clarify something. This has nothing to do with a woman or a man. It's just the quality of being receptive and infusing and giving.
Yes.
So for women, it has nothing to do with us having a male side to us.
Now, when I say a woman, I'm not talking about somebody who is sexually a woman. Whether sexually you are a man or a woman, that's not the point. Your energies are sometimes receptive, sometimes aggressive. So we are looking for at least half of you. See, at least half of you becomes totally receptive. It has got nothing to do with you being a woman or a man. But with these processes, being a woman is a little advantage. Because right now, still we are going through those processes which Shiva taught specifically to Devi, who was a woman. So these processes are particularly suitable for a woman. We will go into the masculine aspect later. But right now, let us make at least a part of ourselves very tender and receptive, which will stand well for you when we go ahead with other aspects. Anyway, you need to understand this also. In these 7 days, we are trying to touch many aspects, but each one of these sutras are complete processes of realization by themselves. So, just spending 20 minutes or 30 minutes with it is just not sufficient. We're just trying to expose you to many things, that's all. If we want to do sadhana on this, then we must just take one of these and go on for months with just one of them. Every word that Shiva uttered, out of every word you can make a scripture out of it. It is spoken with such depth, but with such simplicity that a logical mind would just reject it as nonsense. Every word, every sutra is capable of producing its own scripture, a complete scripture, because it's a complete path to realization. So these are preparatory steps we are taking right now. When the sutras come, they're extremely simple, extremely simple. Yesterday we went through this. Devi asked him how to go beyond all this. He just says, utter my name in an ascending pitch, in an ever-ascending pitch. She just uttered one Shiva in an ascending pitch and she was there. So now for you to get to that state, maybe you will have to do this for 10 years. Just go on screaming Shiva. You're not willing. So we are exploring many things. In 7 days, we are trying to touch many things, but we are not going at it as a sadhana. You know, in Samyama and other places, with what intensity we are going at a simple, very simple practice. The same thing that everybody may be doing, suddenly you do it here, it's different because it's approached with absolute intensity and perseverance. We are not doing that here. We're just touching upon things, exploring things. We're not taking it up as sadhana and go. If you wish to go on it as sadhana, you can go through the whole day because the nature of the sutras will be such that you can practice it through the day. If you give yourself to that, it'll be good. But we will not impose that here because that's not the way this program is structured.